Wow, so Meowth is really born for the internet. Greetings and salutations, this is Mr. Toffee here with this week's batch of news. From Team Malaysia Overwatch to a not-so-quiet Riot Games, these are tales to astonish. Or rather, the big news of the week. So here we go! Mobile Legends. That's still the top mobile MOBA game in Asia, for now anyway. Kakucho Pare had a few words from GeekFam Mobile Legends captain, Jep, about esports in Malaysia. Most notably, when asked about the recent Malaysia esports budget news, Jep believes that the funding will benefit the local esports industry. However, he hopes that those who are in charge of handling the funds will ensure that the money is used responsibly. And when asked about the National Esports League, he said it's a good idea and it can be done to enhance the scene. But, and there's usually a but, a lot of skilled amateur players aren't given the proper opportunities to showcase their abilities. In any case, do check out the Mobile Legends Professional League Malaysia/Singapore happening on the 19th and 20th of October at KL Live, where you'll see Jep and GeekFam fight for mobile MOBA glory against other top-tier teams. Is there any chance for the Halo series to recapture the glory days of the original Xbox for the next generation? Well, chances might be looking slim according to recent updates. 2 months after creative director Tim Longo left, lead producer Mary Olsen moved on to indie pastures. She's now working in a studio called Midwinter Entertainment, a group that's working on a survival game called Scavengers. Halo Infinite is now without 2 leading developers, which is enough to stir discord among the community. 343 Industries community manager John Junizek said on Reddit that there is no creative dilemma inside the studio, and there's no writing on the walls. To quote, "I'd like to reassure everyone that the entire Halo Infinite team is rallying behind the game and is working hard to make sure we can execute on its vision. We'll say this, it ain't over until the female half-nude AI sings. Halo Infinite will be out holiday 2020 alongside the new Xbox." Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1 is up now. After the game took a momentary break, the update is available and features the following: fishing, a level progression system, over 100 rewards for players to unlock or buy, stealth mechanics, pogo sticks, and 1,500 V-Bucks free if you finish the new Battle Pass. Fun! Sad news for esports in Malaysia. Overwatch World Cup 2019's Team Malaysia will not be participating in the upcoming annual tournament. Here's why. Because the team has failed to raise the funds required to fly the team out to Anaheim, California. The team stated that several national companies turned down their requests for funding. Meanwhile, the financial assistance requested from the country's sports governing body was reduced to half of what the team needed and would only be available after the World Cup has ended. Team Malaysia has also implored the Ministry of Youth and Sports to carry forward the promised funds to prepare them for next year's tournament, as well as for the growth of the Malaysian Overwatch community. In case you need to know how much the government is giving out, it's RM60,000, according to a tweet from Syed Saddiq. In light of all this, one does wonder where the remaining esports grants via Malaysia Budget 2019 and 2020 truly go to. The 16th of October will go down as the day Riot Games pulled off a mic drop. The company that made League of Legends announced a League of Legends fighting game in the works under the advisory of Tom Evo Cannon. A League of Legends action RPG. A competitive team-based shooter not based on the League of Legends world. A League of Legends animated series set before the events of the game. A mobile version of Teamfight Tactics. A League of Legends card game called Legends of Runeterra that's available for select players right now. It's trending on Twitch as we speak, holy crap. Also, there's news about a mobile League of Legends game. It's called League of Legends Wild Rift, and it will be out by the end of 2020. I assume this will give a particular MOBA and its publisher time to pack up before Riot Games really takes action. As great as all this news is, I do wonder if it's enough to make people forget about the company's past transgressions. I mean, the industry and community are quick to forget when new shiny things are being announced, right? The weekend of the 12th and 13th October was the very last GameStart Asia event in Singapore. While it's good and all, certainly better than the last few years I'll admit, it also brought in the hype with the Southeast Asia Major 2019 tournament, where the best of Asia and the rest of the world congregate to duke it out. The Capcom Pro Tour bouts didn't mess around. Japanese pros Fudo and Gachikun were the top 2 players in the Street Fighter V Open Premiere, while Fujimaru and Tokido, as well as Fudo, were the top 3 players in the Street Fighter V Asia Finals. Basically, more CPT points for them. Singapore fared pretty well too in the top 5 circuits. Shen Chan fought to the top in the Soul Calibur 6 Asia League, placing second just before Grand Finals winner Yutoto. Snowdrop and VGD secured second and third place respectively in Southeast Asia Major's first ever Samurai Showdown tournament. And Resurgence's SEO won yet another Under Night In-Birth EXC latest, god that's a mouthful, tournament, defeating players like Tinkle and Asher. Good job, Little Red Dot! Alright, some real talk. So, GameStart Asia, Elephant, Beast APAC. I know we haven't been seeing eye to eye since last year because some people can't handle a little criticism. Still, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thanks for GameStart Asia for making a video game expo comparable to Tokyo Game Show and Penny Arcade Expo that lasted for 6 years. Even with your many ups and equally noticeable downs, it's still sad to see an Asian game expo, one that so many hardworking people helped shape and create, playing its swan song. It definitely wasn't easy to get this off the ground since 2014, and to keep it going up until now. But somehow you made a lot of gamers and fighting game fans happy, and we respect that. True, there will be Gamescom Asia 2020, and the GameStart Asia team will act as advisors for that, but it won't be the same. So yeah, thanks, for reals. We'll never forget the good times we had from publicly celebrating the hobby we all love, gaming. That's all for this week. Just 2 things before we wrap this episode up. First, there will not be a Rhapsody for this Friday because we're taking a short break. We'll be back in full swing on November the 1st. Second bit, we'd like to pay tribute to Robert Forster, who recently passed away due to brain cancer. He not only played a number of key roles like that cool Bonds-bailing guy in Jackie Brown and Ed in that Breaking Bad movie, but he also voiced a number of small but distinct characters in many animated shows. Here's to you, Rob.
Across 110th Street, woman trying to catch a trick on the street. Ooh, baby.